Hey, awaken! I want to do in circular breathing. Ready for some spiritual manna? Hello and welcome to the Good Info Cafe, where multiple intelligences meet each day. I'm JK, as it is in heaven today, as it is in heaven on earth, as it is in heaven today. Oh my goodness. So I have a Call the Wind Mariah. They call the wind Mariah because I thought of the wind metaphor for understanding God. So today, that song, and hopefully I remember my whistle tone, and then possibly a Walkman story, and then a friend who did a show and tell about my tongue, and then God, not God. That's my question. The QOD for today. My QOD for today. Is God, not God. I believe in a God. I believe in the God of Abraham. I believe in the one true God. I have done a lot of research and never didn't believe in God, but you know, it's a mystery. But not God people are welcome to this channel, but make clear if there's ever a big project, it probably would be with believers, something like that. So God or not God, is there a God or not a God? And those dum-dums are like, I don't believe in a man with a white beard in the sky. I don't believe in that God either, but go ahead if you want to not believe in that one, you genius you. And then my grade is going to be about information literacy. Information literacy is in just about every curriculum around the world, not just in America. They talk about information literacy, and you're probably getting a feel for my grade for it because in a lot of ways it's just a librarian and it's about doing research. And information literacy is a million times bigger than just doing research. And it is a big part of this system here, which I'm not showing everybody. Also, I'm noticing a little wrinkle here. So I'm showing my age 60. Where is it? Get the wrinkle going. See, got a wrinkle. My age 60 wrinkle. I don't remember seeing that before. And I'm gonna be authentic and be who I am. Be who I am. I'm 60 today and other days, I'll be who I am. There was a little part of that is salvageable. I like I'll be who I am. Sounds like from a musical. I'll be who I am. Now, mango. My wife's the mango eater, but I don't want this to go to waste. It's been in the fridge for a while, but it's still good. Not exactly sure how to eat mangoes. Oh, see, look at that. Age 60, it's coming out. Look at that wrinkle. Oh, and my ring is my college ring. Somebody was talking about it. And this symbol, like most symbols, can be good or bad. So, yeah, the Illuminati, and I have nothing to do with the Illuminati that I know of. I'm sure there's a lot of Illuminatis where I grew up and around me and all that. So that is also this a good symbol and the, for good stuff. So there you have it. I have my computer. Did I turn it on? No, I don't want to, because I'm going to do a song with the background music. So get your food. Mango. And what? My other ring is my my wedding ring that my wife got me, and it has an inscription. My cup runneth over. Ah, my cup my cup runneth over. That's not the right melody, but anyway, it's my cup runneth over. And we hit 26 years. So here, Mango, have your, multiple intelligences need the five senses. We need the five senses. And my eye still, this eye. So that's actually my left eye, even though it looks like a right eye on there. Breaking bread, people don't live by food alone, by bread alone. Really is by Logos, the Word of God. Jesus was the Word. Jesus was the Logos. In the beginning was the Word. He tapped into all that. Jesus is still alive and all that. And I believe in the second coming. La la la. So that's end of an age birthmark category. So here we go. And some of you make comments, tell me what you ate, what we had together, and it's awesome. Even if we don't have it at the same time, it's in the same space. All right. I didn't. Not much of a smell, but I like it. I probably had mango in salad, but not much else. So there we have it. I guess I can move this out of the way. Oh no, everything's gonna fall. Everything. Oh yeah, my whistle tone, which I still haven't practiced because outside of doing these videos, it's crazy busy, like a lot of people, and that's one way to keep us busy, to keep us from recognizing what they're doing. So here we go. I think I'm going to do this first, is the wind concept. So let me make sure I get this close enough. Put this over here. The wind concept of understanding God. Can you see wind, or do you see the results of wind? You see the results. So the tree, and then it's blowing. The tree's blowing. And then a person with all their hair, not like me, I don't have any much up here. I'm going balding on the top. I got plenty on the sides, but I just shave it. But hair blowing. We see the results of the wind, but we can't see the wind. We can feel it, so we can't see it. Maybe if there's gases in there you're smelling, but you're smelling the gases. We can't taste the wind. We can't touch the wind, but we can, well, I guess that's our touch sense. We can feel, no, we still feel the results of the wind, but there's still the wind. They call the wind Mariah. So God, we see the results of God. So we don't really see God, although Abram, who became Abraham, there have been instances, I guess, where they've seen God or they had to look away or all that kind of stuff. But in general, it's a concept that we see creation and we assume a creator. Then it's a lot of interpretations, although I believe inside we're born. Here, back to the previous discussions that I did on the board here. In my drawing is incredible information optics, isn't it? So wind is a result of high pressure and low pressure hitting together or something. But technically, we can only see the results of wind. And it seems like with democracy, can you see democracy? Can you touch democracy? You can only see the results of it. So that's the concept of the inanimate, or you guys get the idea. But still, I plan to do, so the QOD for today, question of the day, is there a God or not a God? And the one about, I don't believe in your God, is there a God or not? Don't get the atheists, a theist, go in and out. It's rare that it's somebody who's 100% theist and always has been. They overthink things, atheists in general, and they also think they're smarter than most people. They do that dumb one about, oh, your blind faith and all that kind of BS. I mean, some of believers in history could run circles around most of them. But it really isn't ultimately that, because there's real smart atheists, but there's all real smart believers. And atheists need to know there's plenty of us believers who can see through your games. you say you see through our games, so that opens for a discussion, and it would be based on I-flap and those 6 concepts. But anyway, so the wind, you can't really see the wind, you only see the results of the wind, and there's a really good technical explanation about the wind that that I just didn't get into. But so anyway, let's see how this goes. That sounds like the wind. Good job. Those are all my prospectors behind me. Way out here they got a name for rain and wind and fire. The rain is Tess, the fire's jaw, and they call the wind Mariah. Mariah blows the stars around and sends the clouds a-flying. Mariah makes the mountains sound like folks were up there dying. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. Before I knew Mariah's name and heard her wail and whining, I had a gal and she had me, and the sun was always shining. But then one day I left my gal, I left her far behind me. So far from God, so gall darn lost, I pray for God to find me. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. Out here they got a name for rain, for wind and fire only. But when you're lost and all alone, there ain't no word but lonely. And I am lost and lonely man, without a star to guide me. Mariah, blow my love to me, I need my gal beside me. Mariah, Mariah, they call the wind Mariah. Mariah, Mariah, blow my love to me. Mariah. All right, so information literacy in our school curriculums around the world, I'm going to give their grade for the concept of information literacy. So it's great that they put it in there, but a lot of times they put it in there to sound advanced, and literacy has a lot of cachet in the education world, but they really get a C or a D. So all the school systems that have information literacy in their curriculum, on average, it's like a D, because most don't understand it, the concept of information literacy. Or I'll say all the ones who say it's mostly the librarian and doing research, they get almost a 0, we'll just say a failing. But there are 10% of schools that know what they're talking about and they get an A plus or an A. But on average, information literacy in school systems and school curriculums gets a D. Oh yeah, and then in terms of problems, that's what I was going to add. I got to write that down. In terms of problems where information literacy as a problem where this is the biggest, so that's like a 1. The number one problem in the world is survival of life or not. And information literacy is like in the top 20. If this world was more information literate, we'd have a better chance for survival. So it is. Information literacy is huge, and action literacy is also huge. Huge. So, my Walkman story. All right, so this is 1974, 1975, and I was in a band. I was a drummer and sang harmony. The other guys had needed egos, and so I was fine. I was taking classical voice lessons. My father would take me to his voice lessons, and I would also take lessons. And one of his voice teachers was John Bullock, Sandra Bullock's father, in Northern Virginia. So I was singing serious music, but then in a rock band playing drums. It was awesome. Loved it. And we were called the Green Tree Gang. That's that deep state neighborhood. And then it's also called Bradley Manor Longwood. You can look it up. Bradley Manor Longwood in Bethesda, Maryland. Sometimes it's the richest neighborhood in America, or the second to Greenwich, Connecticut, and that kind of thing. It was just a professor who came up with his criteria and had to do with not a town. It was when you go from countries and cities and towns and then down to neighborhoods. It had to do with homes, a certain amount of homes or less than a certain amount of homes. Anyway, I grew up there. I loved it, but I didn't like the snobs and the what's the word? The bubble that people live in. So I certainly got out of that. So where was I? Okay, so I'm living there, and in this band, and I wanted to listen to our band when I was walking around school, high school, and so I got a tape recorder about this size, and hooked up a battery pack, and then figured out a way to hook it on my belt. This big, I got the smallest, but